And the lines are...
Well, thank you, Corinne. As you just heard, we've got a great group of people here that's going to be here for a very long time and being able to be here to serve all of you. So thank you. Acting Mayor Councillor Shelby Chun, Minister Gravel, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and yes, my mother. It is indeed my pleasure to welcome you here this evening to the grand opening of what I've been told is the most outstanding hotel and conference center anywhere between Toronto and Calgary. At this time, for me to stand here by myself, I don't think is quite appropriate. I would like to call on Joe Bova, the persistent businessman who did not let me say no to this project. Joe, I'd like you to say a few words. Please come up.
All right, I have never been a man of few words. For most of you guys that know me or people who know me, ladies. So, I want to kind of reserve myself to thanking a few people who really should take credit for what you see around you. Whenever I come to Thunder Bay, and that is quite often, I almost make a little pilgrimage. I go and walk down Pier 3 to the round circle at the end of the pier. I sit down and I have a 360-degree view over this incredible, beautiful place. And it is truly beautiful. But I'm there for a different reason. Because there is an inscription in the granite of one of the seats. And the inscription says, I want you to think about it a little bit. What would you do? What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? What would you do if you knew you could not fail in anything you tried? And it's written by a wonderful lady by the name of Catherine Hope Dagmore. She was the first person I met on this project more than 10 years ago. She's no longer with us, but she was the vision, she was the inspiration, she was the planner, she was a hard worker, and she was a true believer in the waterfront development. So I want to thank her, because without her, I'm not so sure we would be here. And born and raised in Thunder Bay, by the way. Proud of that. And I want to thank Mark Smith. He was there from the very beginning too. I told them tonight, he was the second person I met. I met Catherine first. Mark, I know you have your own vision of this place, and I know you will not deviate no matter what happens, even though I disagree with you on a couple of little things. Well, God bless you. Because nothing good ever happens from people who falter, who don't believe in what they're doing. I'll take it easy on us because we still have the railway station building to finish. But thank you for being there, because I know within limits and within process, you've always been there for all of us. He isn't here tonight, but I gotta thank Tim Comiso, your former CEO. What a man. He stood alone in an audience of about 500 really ticked off people from Thunder Bay who never wanted this thing to happen. He hadn't even been hired yet. He was being interviewed for the job. The following week, he showed up in Winnipeg. I didn't know who he was. In my office, unannounced and unexpected. And when I asked him, what is this about? He says, I just wanted to know who you are. And you know, sincerely, in an age that what you have is more important than who you are, boy, did he have that right. Because who we are is more important than what we have. And we became friends, and he never faltered either. Mark, you know that. And I want to thank Norm Gale, the present CEO. It's always been there for us, within limits, within process. But he came through the vision that was started before him. And I appreciate that very much. Now, this one is Councillor Mark Benz. Mark, you are here somewhere, aren't you? Anyway, I saw him here before. He gave me a phrase I never forget. At one particular moment, when everybody was angry and upset, and nobody wanted this thing to go through because we were going to cut a few trees, Mark Benz, by the way, we planted by far more than we ever cut. Mark Benz gave me a line, Joe, you have no idea how much broken glass I had to eat just to put the proposal out. Well, Mark, I want you to know that we wouldn't be here if you hadn't eaten all that glass. And thank you so much. And then there was Mayor Lynn Peterson. And what a lady. She never swayed either. She never faltered. She might have lost an election because she wasn't afraid to believe in what she believed. And we tried to reach her, I couldn't find her, to let her know, but what a lady. Thunder Bay is blessed to have leadership like that.